He married the woman he loved despite his family's hatred towards her, and when they saw what she did next, they were shocked. A man and a woman were deeply in love. They had been together for 5 years, and all the people around them knew about their relationship. The couple was planning their future together and couldn't wait to start a family. However, there was one big obstacle in their way: the man's family. They had met the woman a few times and had nothing but bad things to say about her. His mother would say, "You will never be good enough for us." His father would add, "We don't want you marrying someone like her." Whenever the man heard those words, it made him angry, because he knew that they were only judging his fiancée by her appearance. She might not have been the prettiest girl in the world, but she was kind, intelligent, and funny. The day finally came when the man could take it no longer. He told his parents that he was going to marry the woman he loved, even if it meant losing their support. Of course, they didn't take this news very well, but in the end, they agreed to let the couple get married, hoping that the woman would eventually leave their son. On the day of the wedding, the man was so happy. Finally, he would get to call the woman his wife. As the ceremony began, the bride walked down the aisle. She looked beautiful in her white dress, and the man couldn't take his eyes off her. When she reached him, he put the ring on her finger and they exchanged vows. The guests applauded as the newlyweds sealed their love with a kiss. After the ceremony, the party began. The bride and groom were surrounded by their friends and family, and they danced the night away. The bride's friends were so happy for her, and the groom's friends were so happy that their friend had finally found the one. The bride's parents were also there, and they couldn't help but feel a sense of pride for their daughter. They might not have liked the groom's family, but they had to admit that he was a good guy and that he loved their daughter very much. The bride and groom cut the cake, and then they went to their new home together. It was a beautiful house, and the bride couldn't believe that this was now her home. She unpacked her things and made it her own. Meanwhile, the groom went to work every day, and he would come home to his beautiful wife every evening. They were so happy in their new home. One day, the bride was unpacking a box when she found some old photo albums. She opened them up and started looking through the photos. She saw pictures of the groom as a child, and he looked so cute. She saw pictures of him with his family, and they looked so happy. Then she saw a picture of him with his family and a woman. She looked at the photo closely and realized that it was the woman he had told her about, the woman his family hated. She remembered him telling her that his family didn't like the woman, so they never invited her to any family gatherings. The bride felt sad for the woman because she knew that she had loved the man very much. She could tell by the way he talked about her. He would always say, "I wish she were still here." The bride knew that he was still in love with the woman, and it made her feel insecure. She decided to do something about it. She went to the man and told him that she wanted to meet the woman. He was surprised, but he agreed to introduce them. The bride, the groom, his mother and his sister went to the woman's grave. The bride laid flowers on the grave and told the woman how much her family had loved her. She said, "I know that you love my husband very much, and I know that he still loves you. You will always be in our hearts." When the bride turned to leave, she saw that the man's family was crying. They had hated her, but now they understood that she wasn't the bad person they had made her out to be. In fact, she was the most loving and caring person they knew. They apologized to her for how they had treated her and promised to never do it again. From that day on, the bride was accepted into the family. They all became close. And the bride was so happy that she could finally be a part of the family.